What is going on, guys? This is Card Warriors Magic, and today I have a really cool trick that I think you guys will enjoy. It's very simple, the effect, but it's pretty powerful. So I think you guys will enjoy it. So I'm just going to cut the deck and then riffle down it, and go ahead and tell me when to stop. Right here, perfect. So we're going to go ahead and have a look at the cards you stopped me at, the Jack of Diamonds. Okay. So you stopped me at the Jack of Diamonds. I'm going to go ahead and take the Jack, and we'll take the deck and maybe just cut the Jack into it somewhere, maybe there, okay? And what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to explain something to you really quick, and then we'll get back to your card. But, like, do you see the card right here? Ace, that's a bad card to use as an example. The Two of Diamonds, right? So every card in the deck has a mate. In this case, the Two of Diamonds mate would be the Two of Hearts, right? That's because they have the same value and they're the same color. So, for instance, the Eight of Spades and the Eight of Clubs would be mates. The Queen of Spades and the Queen of Clubs would be mates, so on, if it's the same color. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show you. You can see that the Jack of Diamonds right here is face up in the deck, correct? I will give the deck a couple of cuts. Just give it a couple of cuts like so, and we're going to see if the mate to the Jack of Diamonds, the Jack of Hearts would be the mate to the Jack of Diamonds, can find the Jack, right? So let's go ahead and see the Jack of Diamonds is face up right there, and we'll go ahead and get rid of all those and see if the Jack of Diamonds has happened to be found by none other than the mate to it, the Jack of Hearts. So that was a trick, guys, and I really hope you stick around for the explanation. Okay, guys, so like I said earlier, the trick is not that difficult. All you're going to need to do is have a slight setup of two mates on top of the deck. I'm just going to use the two jacks. So go ahead and put those two mates on top of the decks, and you're ready to get started. Go ahead and shuffle up the deck like so, maintaining the two jacks on top. You want these to stay together on top of the deck, so you can do a variety of false cuts, just keeping those two jacks on top of the deck, correct? So now you have those. Go ahead and force them in some way possible. Don't use a slip force, because that's only one card, unless you put that card back on. But I would just use the riffle. That's what I used in the performance. So catch the pinky break. We have taught it in a previous video, and go ahead and riffle down, and then they say stop, but actually pull off at your own pinky break, right? And then you can explain, okay, look, here's your Jack. This is a card you stopped me at. I'm going to go ahead and take it, get it lost in the deck. While you're doing this, go ahead and get a pinky break under this card, the other Jack. Go ahead and get a pinky break. You can use pinky count, pinky pushover. You can shake the deck and hope something happens, and you can get a pinky break under it. I don't care, just get a pinky break. And then go ahead and lift both up as two. So now you're holding the Jack of Diamonds, but the Jack of Hearts is below it. And then if you guys are comfortable with it, you can just riffle down the deck and stick it in somewhere. Or you can do Charlier, or you could dribble it. I can't dribble with my left hand, but you could do something like that and stick it in. But whatever way you do it, go ahead and just stick it in. It needs to be face up in the face down deck. So let's say you just cut it a couple times, or you could even let the spectator cut it. Let's say they cut it here and say, perfect, we'll go ahead and take that and leave that in. And now you have the face up Jack in the deck with the face down Jack next to it, right? Right there. So go ahead and take the deck, do all the jibber jabbers explaining about soulmates, how they're the same value and color. You could just use any random card to do that, and then get back to the jacks and say, look, the jacks were face down the whole time. You saw it, but we're going to go ahead and just see if the mate to the Jack has found the other Jack. So you can say, look, here's the Jack of Diamonds, and then you can explain that, look, here is the other Jack. Now, if you guys want to, just a little idea I came up with, you can, if you want, instead of just saying, look, the other one found it, you could use like a color change, like the shake change, to change it into the Jack of Hearts. Or you could use like a snap change, right? It's not called snap change. Shapeshifter change. My bad. I always call it that. So yeah, that's just a little idea, but it's really not a difficult trick, and I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you would, please like the button below, hit that like button, and be sure to comment telling me what you guys thought, and be sure to subscribe. Thanks so much, guys, and like for the giant spring! I actually can't do a giant spring. Bye-bye.